Is the royal family still fighting? There seems to be a lot of drama still going on right before the king's coronation. Today we're going to talk about this royal feud and just some recent news that we have regarding William and Harry, Prince William and Prince Harry, as we are just about a month out from King Charles's coronation. And boy, has there been a lot of drama since Queen Elizabeth II passed away. So I'm Deanna from Hot for History, and I'm really happy to chat with you today. And I have a nice channel where I discuss royal news. Today we're going to talk about a variety of things, but mainly an article that came up with Newsweek regarding which some people are interpreting as a dig from William to Harry. So we have the queen passed away. We have coronation. Anytime there's a monarchy that shifts, which we have not seen, most of us in our lifetime, there's going to be drama, but boy, is there drama. So why is there a feud? Well, we could say it's because of the move of Harry and Meghan leaving the royal family, back a couple of years ago, moving to Montecito. It could be the Oprah interview. That could be a reason. It could be the Netflix series and all of the things that they've said. It could be the book. It could be Harry going on television and having his televised live stream of his psychoanalysis with Gabor Mate. It could be all of those things. Maybe it's all of those things combined. But today we're going to talk about a recent article that came out. Please do subscribe. As I said, I'm Deanna from Hot for History. I do appreciate your support. I'm here to share some royal news as well as some gossip, because we don't always know if any of this is true, and some quirky history that many of you guys may not have heard about in my shorts. So please do subscribe, please support. I do appreciate all of that. So here's an article, guys. And also let me know where you're from, where you're coming from. I am here in Florida, and it's nice and warm here. From the Midwest originally. I'll be in the Midwest next month probably. I heard a long time ago that William allowed Harry and Meghan to be scapegoats. Yeah, well, there is that, and that is something that I think we should discuss. It's like, are we all being played? Are we all being played so that we will lean in? I mean, sometimes it almost feels like that. Why are they so proud? Is it just to make us more interested in the coronation, so we will be paying attention, and therefore Harry and Meghan are the scapegoats to hide things that are going on with the rest of the royal family? Or is that also something that Harry and Meghan have leaked? Oh, we're just scapegoats. Let's leak this out. So we don't know either way whether or not that's true. From Amsterdam. Okay, my son was just in Amsterdam the other day. Louisiana and California. Yay. Okay, so let's read this article and let's talk about it, because I don't know if you guys remember. Well, I'll just get into it. Okay, so Harry, let me pull this up get a little closer so you can kind of see what the title is. Okay, so William, this article is saying that Prince William, because we're talking about feuds, are they still having a feud? We still don't even know if they're going to the coronation, if Harry and Meghan are going to the coronation. We did hear that they have a special seat set aside for them in the seating arrangements. So we have seen that, but we don't even know if they're even going to the coronation yet, and it's just a month out. Maybe the royal family knows, maybe Buckingham Palace knows, but they're just not telling us because Harry needs extra security. Honestly, I don't doubt that he doesn't need extra security because of the fact that in his book, he was talking about Afghanistan and how he saw people as chess pieces. I'm just going to say that. So I think he probably does need extra security. They're already spending $100 million on this coronation as it is, but they do need to plan if Harry and Meghan are coming in, for the security. So Prince William appeared to land another dig at his brother, Harry, when he announced that, get this, Jacinda Ardern from New Zealand, the New Zealand Prime Minister, has joined his Earthshot Prize charity as a trustee. If you guys don't know, William and Kate have this global initiative for the environment called the Earthshot Prize. And so now they're saying that the ex-prime minister from New Zealand, who was a bestie apparently, we're going to get into that, of Harry and Meghan's now is on his board, basically, or a trustee. The news comes just 4 months after Ardern appeared to publicly distance herself from Meghan and Harry over the Netflix docuseries Live to Lead, which featured an extended interview with the politician. Ardern was previously presumed to be close to the couple because she was highlighted in this book called Finding Freedom. And Ardern's appointment as a trustee to Williams Charity, aiming to identify and scale up worldwide eco initiatives, came via Kensington Palace. So this is just announced. And so the interpretation is, oh, wait, is she team Harry and Meghan? Is she team William and Kate? As if she can't be both, but apparently she may not be able to be both. I don't know. And so in this press release, hailing from the Prime Minister's commitment to sustainable development and climate action, William said, "It's an honor to welcome Jacinda to the Earthshot Prize team. Her lifelong commitment to supporting sustainable and environmental solutions, along with her experience as Prime Minister of New Zealand, will bring a rich infusion of new thinking into our mission. 4 years ago, before the Earthshot Prize even had a name, Jacinda was one of the first people I spoke to." This is what William's saying. "And her encouragement and advice was crucial to the prize's success. I'm hugely grateful for her joining us as she takes the next steps into her career." So she's making a career change. She's getting involved in these other things. He's like, yeah, come on board. You were there when we were brainstorming this whole concept. In return, Ardern said that she was humbled to be working with the Earthshot team, which also counts among its trustees. Oh, now this is, file this in your brains, everybody. It also counts its trustees as with former Kensington Palace Communications Secretary Jason Nauf, who accused Meghan of bullying Palace staff in a leaked 2018 email. Ardern first became linked to Harry and Meghan in 2008 when she hosted the couple during their tour of South Pacific. After their marriage, the couple had announced that Meghan was expecting their first baby when Ardern was there. It just increased my respect for the role that she's playing. Ardern was like gushing over Meghan back in 2018. The Prime Minister, but this is before the book and everything. So the Prime Minister and the royal couple are said to have bonded during the visit. So they were friends, exchanging emails, meeting up again. Meghan regularly wears the earrings that Ardern had given her, all this stuff. And Meghan also included Ardern as one of the forces of change during a guest editorship of British Vogue. But by December of 2022, this is where the tea gets a little spilled, everybody. And this is where, I have the title Royal Feud. They must still be feuding. If she needs to pick a team Harry or Meghan, team Will or Kate. So by December 22, the public's perception of Harry and Meghan had developed since their New Zealand visit. The couple had dramatically split from the monarchy and spoken their grievances with the royal family in a bombshell interview with Oprah. In the process, their popularity appeared to decline among Brits and Americans. This is Newsweek, though they still retain a strong and loyal fan base. In December of 2022, the couple released their first docuseries, which was we all know about that, the docuseries called Harry and Meghan. Then, if you guys didn't see this, because honestly, a lot of people did not see this, it wasn't very good in my opinion. They released another series called Live to Lead, where it featured previously recorded interviews with high-profile leaders such as Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Greta Thunberg, and Ardern. Harry and Meghan acted as hosts. Now, where it got sketchy was that a lot of people didn't know it was a Harry and Meghan thing. Like they recorded it years prior with the understanding that it was a Nelson Mandela sort of, they were basically praising him, right? And so now all of a sudden it was like what some people call a bait and switch. A lot of these people that were speaking didn't know that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex was even involved. So Ardern got upset about that. And she said her office sent this out in March 2021. The Nelson Mandela Foundation advised the Prime Minister's office they had secured an agreement with Netflix to broadcast the series of interview, including the 2019 interview. In May this year, the Prime Minister's office was notified that Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, would introduce the series, noting this was nearly 2.5 years after the interview had been done. All communication throughout had been with the foundation. Okay, so that in a nutshell, guys, sorry, I know I read a lot of stuff, but that is it. So what they're saying, Newsweek and many other people are saying, is that, this whole thing, this rift now. So Jacinda, again, team Harry and Meghan or team Will and Kate, was, just kind of somebody who was supporting the royal family in general. She obviously witnessed what Harry and Meghan had done regarding Netflix and all that, did not know that she was going to be part of this endorsement basically for Harry and Meghan during their second Netflix series, which was this Live to Lead thing. So now she had to dial it back and go, well, I didn't really know what was going on. And now what we're seeing is that Jacinda has signed on with Team Will and Kate. So there's a little bit of drama there. So I'm just going to read what you guys are saying about that. So do you think that her being with Will and Kate is sort of a, I pick them versus them, or it's just, this is crazy, there's no divisiveness? Is the feud still going on? We obviously haven't seen reconciliation. So now let's read this. Okay, look, the push, Prince Harry, plain and simple. Prince Harry always outdone Prince William. And if you don't believe me, take a look at Princess Diana's video, The Brothers as Kids. Yeah, I mean, first up, Harry was always the most popular one. He was always the most popular royal, period. Like, people loved Prince Harry. And it is true, even as a little kid, because he was a little mischievous and he was more, I don't know, natural. Like, he was more of like a kid, always the most popular. I will agree with that. I think now what they're saying, like with the roles and the, polls, the roles and polls, is that his likability rating has gone way down. So there must be still a feud. Could there be jealousy on both parts? Probably. Even though William's the king, he probably could be jealous because Harry has all this freedom. I don't know. I mean, I would guess. I would think that would be the case. But do we really know? I don't know. But I mean, we're really watching brothers feuding publicly, where everybody else is like, we don't have to see that. Okay, so let's move on here. Okay, so Zara Phillips is going to be in this amazing, do you guys know that their cousin is like an Olympian equestrian? And her husband are like the most awesome people because they're just really hip. They've just done their own thing. They've always done their own thing. And so I think that she's so amazing. Do you guys love Zara? I don't know if you guys know her, but you have to know her. I mean, she's just amazing. She, the first one to have piercing, the queen loved her. She was always kind of, she's Queen Anne's daughter. So apparently Zara is heading into Kentucky with her horse. This is a Land Rover Kentucky 3-day event soon. Apparently, she's not going to visit Harry. Well, what a lot of people don't understand is that California is really far from Kentucky. And if you're traveling with your horse, I mean, and you're competing, I'm sorry, but, you're focused. She's probably focused on this event. That's what I would be thinking. So I don't think it necessarily means anything that she wouldn't visit. She can visit him anytime. But I don't think it means anything. We can infer some things if we want to. We can infer it. So she is going to, it says, while Zara's presence in the U.S. could be a good indicator that the Sussexes may be preparing to host some family members in their $14 million Santa Barbara mansion, this may not be on the cards. Kentucky is far away, right? Mike and Zara are close with Prince Harry and even made the prince the godfather of their daughter, Lena, who's 4 now. Mike has previously spoken out about how the new generations of royals are all really good friends. Prince Harry and Prince William, kind of helped them early in their relationships. However, in recent years, Mike has avoided answering questions about the prince in a public setting. This could be to avoid any drama in the tabloids, or could be because they are not as close as they used to be since he moved to the U.S. Mike will likely join his wife in the equestrian engagement. They're both like they're sports crazy. They have an amazing podcast. The equestrian event in Kentucky is one of the most prestigious events with dressage. And in 2017, Zara won third place at the Kentucky 3-day event. So she's, she's like the top of the line with this kind of stuff. On a horse named High Kingdom. This horse retired. The Royal will be attending this year's event with her horse, Class Affair. And in 2022, last year, she won the advanced class at the Chatsworth Horse Trials Riding Class Affair, suggesting the pair will make a great duo at this upcoming event. So she is going to be riding her horse, not visiting Harry. Does that mean anything? I don't think it means anything. I honestly don't. I think it's not a vacation. Yeah. I mean, I would think you stay focused. I mean, I've been in the, entertainment business my whole life. Like if there's a show going on, like, I'm sorry, you have to stay focused on it. You don't want to be distracted. And it's not even fun, like to have a social event before the performance. After the performance, yeah. After the performance, you may really want to do something. Okay. So we're going to talk about this court case. Apparently the court case that they're talking about, we discussed this a little bit, guys, on one of my last lives. It's a big deal because, Harry and Elton John, all these people, they did not have to go to court because it's just some kind of pre-trial hearing. But if the Associated Newspapers, which has described this as preposterous smews, if it becomes a real deal, I mean, there are criminal things going on here. So Harry is just determined to make, calling the media out and transforming them his thing. Now, it's ironic. This is what a lot of people are criticizing him about, is the irony, because he wants his freedom of speech and he throws all of these people under the bus, including his family, not sensitive about their privacy, but he's expecting other people to respect his privacy. That's what they're saying. Now, here's the other thing to take into consideration on Harry's side. He is a public figure calling the media out. So what would the media do but to slam him? I mean, it's really clear that that's what they would do. Prince Harry always, yeah. Okay, so basically, this is something that's going to be going on. There's several court cases that he has with the media. He says he wants this to be his life's work. So if you think one case will be over, when they'll say something like, he lost this one or he won this one, there'll be another one. They're like back to back. They're like, he's hitting it hard. He's going for it. And when you think about it, if you get to the heart of why Harry is into this whole thing, it's because he was seriously damaged as a child by losing his mother through this. So it's a primal, deep-rooted, very personal thing. He cannot separate himself from it. His grief is tied to this media thing. The media is the monster and he is out to fight it. Now, personally, I think some of it probably is projected and exaggerated more because of his true and legitimate scars. But he may that might be his life's work, and he may transform things for all of us. I don't know. We will see. We will see what happens. Okay, so he did stay, guys. Everybody was wondering, because if you've been following the news, King Charles changed where everybody was going to be living, right? So they're like, where did he even stay? And I was like, he's going to stay at Frogmore that he owned. He still has that place till through the Coronation. So he still has the place. So he did stay at his home, which he put $2.5 million into. I don't know if we've all heard what the kind of ring around, the transfer, the merry-go-round of the houses is really going to be. Is Prince Andrew actually moving from the Royal Lodge to Frogmore? I think he is. Is Harry and Meghan then only going to have the option of staying at Buckingham Palace, which in my opinion is not a bad thing, although they're renovating it. Since they don't live there all the time, I don't think that would be the end of the world. But anyhow, he did stay in his place because a lot of people were wondering, well, where did he even stay? Okay, this is an article and a subject matter about Harry that I thought would die. I thought it would be dead. And this is something about the fact that on his visa application, apparently we don't know if he said he had done drugs or hadn't done drugs. And then, of course, in his book, he's here and he talks about all the drugs that he's done. So apparently, the Heritage Foundation, which is bringing this up to task and saying that this is an issue, and they want Harry's visa application to be released. Personally, I don't think they're going to deport him. Personally, I don't think he's going to get into any kind of trouble whatsoever. But what they're saying is that it's the tip of the iceberg, because what they're trying to address is how often immigration is allowing people in the country who are doing illicit drugs. That's what they say they're trying to do. And they're saying it's just the tip of the iceberg. In a nutshell, they're saying that Harry is basically, they're going to use him as the poster child for this cause. And apparently it has not died yet, and it's still in the works. Although I would be shocked. I would be shocked if it actually became a thing for him. So, but I just wanted you guys to be up to date because you are all wondering. Okay, Lady Louise, for those of you who don't know who Lady Louise is, she is the adorable youngest granddaughter of Queen Elizabeth II and the daughter of Edward and Sophie. And she is amazing. They decided not to give her the princess title. Recently, her brother, Viscount, James, he ended up getting a promotion himself. But Lady Louise did not. When she turned 18, she could have chosen to become Princess Louise. She could have become Princess Louise anytime she wanted to, but she is not doing that. She's in university now studying. And apparently one news organization is making a big deal out of, I guess it's Yahoo, and a couple of other ones were like, oh my gosh, how is she even going to go to the coronation? Is this going to mess up her studies because it's test week? I think this is a non-issue. I think this is why are they even bringing it up? Because obviously any professors, I would think, unless it's very different in the UK, would be like, okay, yeah, that's your uncle's coronation and the king's coronation, and you need to be there. Go ahead. But some are saying that she's going to be like all over the place. She has to travel to go to the coronation, then she has to go back to do exams. How dedicated is she? I will say that Edward and Sophie's family are probably one of the most stellar. There's so much excellence in their family, but they're often overlooked because he's low key about things. He doesn't sit around kind of bragging about what he does. He's not Andrew getting into all kinds of trouble. He's just kind of a good guy. They're just good kids, good kids to the queen. So that is the deal with them. And then I thought this was really funny. I just did a short on this. King Charles was in Germany, and apparently all of these people, these Germans, thought it was funny, and maybe this happens a lot, but I just don't know about it, to ask him to put on the Burger King hat, the Burger King crown, and he was like, oh no, I'm having my own crown later in the month, that type of thing. So I thought this was really, really funny. Just wanted to bring that up, but I don't know if you guys saw that. But back to the feud. It looks like things have not really been resolved, to be honest. Things are still dramatic, not resolved. There's still a royal feud. I don't know if the brothers are talking. I don't know if you would be talking to your brother if all of a sudden he, kind of broke with protocol and slammed everybody, and especially your wife, and and I don't know. I mean, Harry wants just some, Harry wants some real communication. And I don't know if he's going to get that type of touchy-feely communication in the family he's been born into. I think he was born naturally more sensitive and more emotional, and, understanding that, let's talk about our feelings and we can have feelings. And I think he's in an environment where that wasn't a value. So I don't know if he's ever going to get that. And he may have to just learn how to accept and continue to live in his life in Montecito with his family, getting that from them rather than from the royal family, and learn to just adapt. But at this point, I think he's flailing for transformation. And I don't know if he's going to get much, but we may all benefit from his fighting for the media. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about the whole Harry and Will situation. I think we all would like to see some type of reconciliation. I think they're all going to need to compromise a little bit. but now may not be the time because, I mean, it's dramatic right now. And trying to resolve anything during a heightened emotional, stressful time of creating a coronation that's $100 million and hasn't happened since 1953. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if we're going to see the reconciliation. I would like to see them attend the coronation. How do you feel? Would you like to see them there? I would like to see them there, but we don't know. So you will have to stay tuned, guys, to see if they are going to be coming to the coronation, to King Charles's coronation with Queen Camilla, who is also going to be crowned the queen. She is queen consort, but she will be crowned Queen of England as a consort, which is a whole other subject matter that I believe if I were Harry and Will, it might still be like a little dig to me, knowing that my mother could have been, had things been different, the queen. It could have been my mother and my father. Like there's a lot of layers to this, and we'll just watch it unfold. So anyhow, guys, I am Deanna from Hot for History. I do appreciate you checking this out. We will be talking to you soon. Please do subscribe. Please share the videos where I will share some royal news, go through some of the headlines of the day, and also share some quirky history news. I will talk to you soon. Have a great, great day. Bye.